Hey everybody, it's Pendragon, and today's video is brought to you by W Energy. W Energy is a clean energy drink that has no sugar, no calories, and comes in a variety of delicious flavors, including my favorites, Beach and Peach and Dragonade. Not only does it give you no jitters and no crash, but it's chock full of vitamins and amino acids, which are great for you. Use my promo code Pendragon for 10% off your order and give it a shot today. And now that that's over with, on to the video. Hey everybody, it's Pendragon, welcome back to more Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time Pokemon Legends ZA, we made it here to one of the Pokemon Centers. I should forget where this is. We are in the Rouge Sector 2. So we made our way through Wild Zone 1 and Wild Zone 2, where we almost got everyone in Wild Zone 2. But there's one Pokemon that is eluding us because I believe they only come out at nighttime is what we found out. Or what I remembered. But now we are over here at Wild Zone 3, where we have the City in the Shadow Prism Tower as our main mission. So we're actually going to be heading to Emma's Detective Agency with Tony to see what they need. Before we get into that, let's get into the question of the day. So today's question of the day is, what is your favorite Pokemon? So my favorite Pokemon would definitely be Charizard. He's always been one of my favorites, and I've always preferred Charmander out of all the starters. So I'll definitely say Charizard is my favorite there. So go ahead and comment below who your favorite is, and let's move on with the story a little bit. Just because we have plenty of time to come back to go for that Pokemon in Wild Zone 2. Because I know which Pokemon it is, and once it hits nighttime, we can obviously just go on over there. So let's see what's going on over here. I forgot there was a crowd over here. My name is Ivor. I speak to you today on behalf of the Fist of Justice. Thank you for your time and attention. Now let me ask you, if the people of Lumiose truly wish to coexist with wild Pokemon, why not get rid of wild zones and let Pokemon run free? Some of you might wonder why I would suggest such a dangerous thing. Your concern is understandable. After all, wild Pokemon are strong. They can be scary. But please, put your worried minds at ease. Simply join the Fist of Justice and watch your Pokemon battle prowess skyrocket. Once you reach our upper ranks, you'll even be able to take on Pokemon in hand-to-hand combat. The Fist of Justice is here to help all the good citizens of Lumiose train and grow strong. Once we are joined in strength, then we can finally make Wild Zones a thing of the past. He's got an interesting idea, I guess. I can agree on that. Not like it'll ever happen, though. Hey, you in the back! Once you taste my strength firsthand, you understand the truth of Ivor Sensei's words. I challenge you to a battle! Alright, we're being threatened. Sounds like you're getting called out. You started it, Tony. Wait, what? Why me? Both of these are both great responses. Let's go, but you started it, Tony. Like I said, I challenge you to a battle. How do I say that? Josei? Josei, probably the 5th strongest disciple in the Fist of Justice, and ready to throw down. And we are getting into a battle right off the bat, against Josei of the Fist of Justice. Now this is obviously a group of fighting type trainers, so they will be mostly using physical moves from what I remember. And I think we'll have a pretty good time here because it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh yeah. Especially because they're only level 10, so at least we're not super over leveled. Because I would feel bad if we were just doing that. Oh, Rock Smash kind of hurt them. We can also just use our flying type Pokemon and actually have the advantage here. Probably not a bad idea. Even though we're the same level, so that should take that one out. Ouch! Rock Smash kind of hurt. You might have me on the ropes, but we in the Fist of Justice know how to keep our cool. Sure you do. Okay, so we got a meta type. That shouldn't be too difficult. Especially if I just start doing rollout and stuff. Although Confusion might suck a bit. I think it makes you more likely to miss or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works in here. And I'm just going to try to lower the defense the best I can. Apparently I can't even hit that thing. So let's heal up a little bit, because the good thing about this game is you don't have to waste a turn healing. You just take some extra time to do it. And we got our battle one. That was pretty fast. And level ups all around. I forgot we have Beedrill that I can actually swap out. Oh, also our Scouter Bug can evolve. So in a contest of strength, I lose. And that's rough, buddy. What incredible strength! In terms of ZA Royale rankings, I say you would be rank H. No, maybe even rank G. Little do you know, I'm just a Y. If I may be so bold as to ask, are you participating in the ZA Royale? I'm rank Y. I just started. Unbelievable! I feel there must be some secret to the strength you displayed just now. And I can think about one explanation. You must have mastered having your Pokemon learn moves. Yeah, of course. I know how they learn moves. Such confidence! You clearly see to the heart of Pokemon moves and their significance. My knowledge on the matter is that Pokemon can remember 4 moves at a time. Cultivating a set of 4 moves rich in power and variety is what leads a Pokemon to grow stronger. And this shows us how we can change moves, so once you hit 4 you can obviously swap them out as they learn them, or use TMs. Oh, but perhaps I should not be speaking too freely about tactics. We may face each other in the battle before long after all. Out of respect for your display of strength, I will take my leave for today. But should we meet again in the ZA Royale, I'll hit you with the full force of my justice. Victory will be mine! I will reach the highest rank, spread my influence far and wide, and abolish all wild zones! Good for you, buddy. You got a mission. That guy's off the rails and still going full speed. Anyway, here we are, Pendragon. Wild Zone 3. If you want to go in and catch some Pokemon or just train up your party, totally up to you. I'll be waiting at the Looker Bureau up ahead. Well, I said we were going to go to the Looker Bureau, but I guess we can go ahead and try to catch a few Pokemon while we're here. And, oh, we get some stuff here. And there are rewards for Mabel's research. Got a reward from Mabel for catching all the speech that we found here in Wild Zone 3. Feeling so good, I'll share some luck with you. Here, have some extra Pokeballs. And you get 3 Great Balls, which are basically the next step up from a regular Pokeball. And working hard in those research tasks for Mabel is seriously worth the effort. Yeah, it is, because we can get a whole bunch of cool stuff. Now, this one has some cool Pokemon in it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we also obviously have Flabébé here. I think we have a red one already. But we need to catch every color of Flabébé. It's going to be important for something later on. And there is a Skiddo here, which, if you guys remember, this was a Pokemon you're able to ride in Gen 6? Gen 8? Something like that? I don't remember off the top of my head. But now we have one. So that's a pretty good grass type to start off with. Also, we can burn these, obviously, and see if there's any items. So normally you can see a glow if there's an item. You'll see red, or you'll see gold for TMs. There's also some fire types up here. I know what's up there, by the way, and I kinda don't want to go up there right now with how low level my Pokemon are. Because I think the thing up there is like level 30, and that would be a rough time. And I want to try to get a male one of these if I can. Just because there are 2 different forms for these. So there's a female form and there is a male form. And I guess I'm going to catch the one that just almost fainted. And since there's no abilities, I don't got to worry about things like Flash Fire and the like, which I don't remember if Litleo gets. I think it might be a hidden ability. And it's actually going to be pretty hard to find a male, because I forgot they're a little rarer than the females, I believe. Also, they're stuck behind the bushes. At least we can get a little bit of training while we're here. So let's see. Oh, I forgot there's actually an item back here. So we got a Pearl and a Pretty Feather, so that'll be good money later. And, okay, this has something hidden behind it. Let's see what we got here. And it's just an HP up. Okay, so we won't really need that too badly right now. There's also an Esper over here, which is an okay Psychic type. There's also someone who can heal us, which is great. Where did the Esper go? Oh, I think they run away, if I'm not mistaken. So we might have to actually crouch for these ones. At least try and get the jump on them. Or miss entirely. That's rough. Okay. Let's see. I think all of them might have ran off, so we might have to come back and try to get it again. I also swear I just saw a Pokeball. Oh, wait. I think I hear one. Let's see. So far, no. Also, Pokemon can come down from trees, so do not be surprised if we end up seeing something like a Kakuna, or I think Fletchling also hides in trees sometimes. There's a Pikachu. Okay, we need that. Oh wait, do we have that? No, we don't. I remember what we have. We have a Pichu. So might as well get the Pikachu while we're here. Just because it'd be nice to have a decent electric type. Outside of Armor Reap, obviously, because Ampharos is actually really good. Let's get that. And I want to try to go back and get this Esper. Hopefully one respawns soon. But I don't think so. Ouch! I forgot these Pikachu can kind of hurt you. So let's just try to avoid it for now. And let's see. I don't see any more Litleos either, so I might have to hunt for that off screen, which is totally fine with me. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, nothing else apparently. And there's the item I thought I saw. So let's grab that. And let's see. There are 2 Pokemon that we can get here as well. Actually, I wonder if one actually does spawn up here. I think it's a chance for a certain thing to spawn. But hopefully it doesn't spawn up here, because that would be rough. Okay, good. Okay, we got the TM that's up here at least. We got Aerial Ace. And I thought something else spawned up here outside of what had the chance to spawn here. So maybe the other Pokemon is at night. Also, I shouldn't keep going up and down the stairs. That's just asking for trouble. Although we haven't been introduced to a certain mechanic in this game yet, so I wonder if it can even spawn. Probably can. I wouldn't see why not, because I got spooked by one during my first playthrough on my actual my main account, not my recording account. I got 2 separate ones for that. That way I can actually play this almost like it's blind for you guys, and I can have my separate save file for if I'm playing it outside of this. Which there are a couple games I do that with, like Sonic Colors. I have the original save file, and then for this game, obviously I have my original save file, which I'm decently far into the game. I'm not super far. I'm not at endgame yet, I would say. But I guess we have to wait for stuff to respawn, so we'll just head to the Looker Bureau. Unless there's a male Litleo here. Because then we'll try to catch that. Oh, wait! There's actually something here that we don't have. It's a Pancham. I thought that only spawned at nights. So, well, we got one now. So that's a decent little dark fighting, I believe is what it becomes. I think it starts with a dark type, and then you can get a dark fighting from it. Don't remember off the top of my head. But I do want to try to get this Esper. Hopefully we can. And if it breaks out, I want to try to make it faint. Okay, that didn't quite work. Okay, but we got it. Awesome. So we got all 6 Pokemon. I'm glad that worked out, 'cause I was actually going to come back and try to hunt off screen, but I will be trying to get that male Litleo. So I could wait until a certain mechanic's introduced to us. We'll see. I'll go ahead and just head on over here, though, and make our way to the Looker Bureau after we heal up a bit. Since Nurse Joy apparently works here because she was working as a creep seller up until about a week ago, but decided a change was in order. So now this is my own little Pokemon Center. I'll just need your Pokemon for a few seconds. I don't know where she's putting them, what she's doing with them, because there's literally a cutting board there and such, but I guess the Pokemon Centers can be mobile, and I don't see anything that she can heal with unless it's inside this little cabinet. So, that's interesting. Also, I like how this is said, I don't want my favorite spots to get overrun by tourists, because they're trying to ask about where the locals eat. That's fair, but you shouldn't gatekeep good food. But let's go ahead and head to the Looker Bureau and progress the story a bit. Aw, Mimi, thanks for coming out to meet us. This here's the Looker Bureau, Emma's detective agency. Kind of a funny name, Looker Bureau. Do they think they need to explain what a detective does? No, it's named after someone, that's why the L is capital. But let's go ahead and head on in there. I already forgot what voice I gave her, for being honest. Knock knock. Ah, look at that. Classic Emma, always calm and collected, like a detective should be. I was in a rough spot a while back, wandering the streets until I nearly keeled over. Emma was the one who saved me and brought me to AZ. Remember, Emma? Emma? We can all guess what's happening here. Also, that cup of coffee. Or tea. If it's coffee and she's falling asleep, that's a little surprising. But she is definitely asleep. Wait, is she asleep? Hello there, Pendragon. Welcome to the Looker Bureau. Just immediately wakes up and greets us. You realize we caught you snoozing, right? Apparently she didn't. Part of my job as a detective is to stay well rested so I can leap into action at any time. If anything, you two are way too energetic after your late night in the ZA Royale. It's good to see you again, Pendragon. You do remember me, right? The name's Emma. I run this detective agency, the Looker Bureau. Over there is my partner, Mimi. Mimi's an Esper and like family to me. Oh. We have one of those. They are terrifying. Tawny, do you mind if I float something past Pendragon real quick? Sure, go for it. Thanks. I'll cut straight to the chase, Pendragon. Would you consider helping me out with my detective work? I'd love to. Detective work sounds fun. That's great to hear. I'm actually a little surprised by your enthusiasm. Tawny told me last night that you've only just arrived in Lumios. You've been here like 2 days? And now you're already battling the ZA Royale, which takes place all over the city. Take it from me. Learning more than the people and Pokemon living in Lumios will give you a leg up if you're hoping to win in the ZA Royale. I will assign you a few cases so you can get a taste of detective work and see if you like it. And now we get to learn about side missions. So that's pretty much what this is. Here are 3 cases or side missions to get you started. Once you've taken care of all the side missions, come on back to the Looker Bureau. I'm sure you'll have all 3 done in no time, and nothing's more noble than helping people. You should head out and take care of those cases while Emma and I go over a few things here. And we'll definitely get that done. Although, actually, let me check the timestamp really quick to make sure where we're at. That way I don't keep things super long. Okay, we're not super far into this. I think we can probably get a task done. So, on our map, we can actually see there are a few side missions here. So we can actually pin them, that we can find our way there. We do need to go to this Pokemon Center, so I think our best course of action is to start with this one, make our way up to the Pokemon Center, and then make our way back. So let's go ahead and start doing a couple. And obviously if they take too long, then I'll go ahead and cut the episode to where I actually complete one of them. If it's something that's like grindy, I'll do that. But otherwise, side missions will be pretty much as important to me as regular missions, just because some of the rewards are really good. Some of the rewards are actually Pokemon, so it's actually pretty cool. I hear a fletchling somewhere. Or is there something on that roof? Might be something on that roof. It's actually a good way to gauge what kind of Pokemon are around you sometimes. You can just give a good listen to it. But let's see what this person has to say. Travell. So you're a detective, are you? That's correct, sir. I guess, because I'm helping, so detective I am. Well, if Emma's trusts you with my request, that's gotta be good enough for me. Because we have a situation! There's a menace on the loose in Lumios! And that menace is none other than... a great, big... Bunnelby! It was massive, over twice the size of my own Bunnelby, and its eyes had this real evil glow. Oh, we're getting that mechanic, okay. When that thing locked eyes with me, I bolted out of there before I had a chance to think. I've been places and I've seen things, but I've never been that scared in my life. And the worst part is where I saw the thing. It was in a plain old alleyway, not in any of the wild zones. We can't let that Bunnelby run wild. I'll go back and stake out the spot where I saw it. Make sure you turn on guidance for my request so you can find the right place as well. I love when they speak in highlighted words. Oh, I didn't mean for this to be actually side mission 1, so that's kind of funny. But we can press that plus button to get that guiding, and it will help lead us just like a regular old mission. So let's head on down this alleyway and see what is going on with this Bunnelby. We also can evolve one of our Pokemon, so let's evolve our Scatterbug. Think it becomes Vivillon right away? I don't remember off the top of my head. That might be a 2-stage. Okay, Spupa. So the next one will be whenever it becomes its third form, which is Vivillon. And I do want to swap out... Oh my gosh, I keep going back and forth too fast. I want to swap out the Beedrill. And I know this Bidoof will evolve through friendship, if I'm not mistaken. So we actually need to start using this one. I was going to switch to the front, and I forgot, yes, you don't have to do that. So let's go ahead and send this one out here. And start making our way down this alleyway. And hopefully we can handle this quickly. I guess we could grab other missions along the way, but I'd rather just grab some of these items. Also, I see something over here that we do want to try to catch. Oh, that's a Panseer, and it's level 15. Okay. So, hey, Panseer, do you want to come with? Hopefully I can catch you right away. That'd be pretty cool. Or not. I guess we'll just send out our Tepig, because I do not want my Bidoof fainting right away, especially if I'm trying to work on friendship. So, let's try and weaken this thing a little bit. And hopefully we can catch it, just because there are Panseer, Pansage, and Pan4? Yeah, because one is fire, one is grass, and one is water. And that was from the Gen 5? I believe it was the first gem that had the Panseer, Pansage, Pan4. I was going to say the Pan Pokemon, but that didn't really make sense. But then they become larger monkeys when they evolve, which is pretty cool. Oh, also, Tepig learns Flame Wheel, which I actually want to give it. So let's get rid of Tail Whip and give it Flame Wheel. So we have a range fire move and we have a physical fire move. That should help us quite a bit with this. Now we just have to get our way to this alleyway and see what we see. That giant Bunnelby was somewhere around here. Haha. Just being here makes my legs want to wobble right out from under me. Nope, Bunnelby senses something. What is it, bud? Don't tell me. It's here already. And there it is. If anyone recognized those red eyes, you would know this from the original Pokemon Legends game. And this is indeed an Alpha Bunnelby. It's huge! And terrifying! And awesome! This is the Bunnelby, no doubt about it. And now we have to battle it. Which we're going to go ahead and do. I think it's level 15 if I'm not mistaken. Don't recall though. It is level 10. Okay, never mind. Oh god, it knows Earth Power. I forgot about that. That hurts. So, these Pokemon, these Alpha Pokemon, are a lot more powerful than the regular ones. So you want to be extra careful when facing them. Because they can take you out very quickly, even against Pokemon that you would think would be kind of strong against them. You can actually have a hard time with it. Also, when they attack you, it hurts a lot. As you can see, my screen is completely almost red. Or at least the edges are. Which means that I am close to blacking out on here. I'm going to go ahead and let my Fletchling handle most of this, though. Also do some growling. At least we can still roll and dodge, which is nice. And let's try a special attack. Of course, when we send out our fire type, it's going to start using their power again. Even though we literally just had our flying type out. Oh, and it got burned. That's perfect. So you can try to catch it early, or you can wait until it faints. But obviously catching it early is probably the best option if you can. However, a lot of Alpha Pokemon are very hard to catch. But anyways, I can't believe you took on that big old Bunnelby. Watching you in action reminded me of something, actually. A long time ago, in some region whose name I forgot, people used to live in fear of these giant ferocious Pokemon with glowing eyes. I hear those Pokemon were called Alphas. I wonder how it is that a Pokemon like that showed up in modern-day Lumios. I couldn't begin to guess. What do you think, bud? Ominous or what? I think that Bunnelby is terrified. Well, either way, you really came through. Emma clearly has an eye for hiring help. With someone like you looking out for Lumios, we'll be fine even if more Alphas show up, eh? And I suppose so. But we get 400 Pokédollars for that and 2 fresh water, which can help us heal our Pokemon. And we got 2 side missions from Emma left. And that one honestly didn't take too long. Actually, I forget if I can do this obstacle course right away or not. This might be... Oh, this is one of the larger ones where we actually have to wait for a certain thing later. Or we could try just parkour our way around, but I might as well show this off before we get before we get going on to the next episode after this. So I'm going to try to record a couple episodes today just because the holidays are coming up. Actually don't think we can get that one. I think that might be something we have to come back to. Yeah, we can't do that, sadly. I was even thinking about maybe I could try using the mechanic, and no, it doesn't let you actually use the mechanic. But those who are actually playing the game will know what I'm talking about. And, I was about to say another Pancham, but nope, it's just a trainer with a Pancham. So we can heal, and we can actually go back to doing the other missions here. Let me just get a check on the time really quick. I try to keep these episodes under 30 minutes, just kind of notice that's like the best engagement for these videos. Although, if you guys do want longer videos, I can always try and do those. So, I don't mind doing it either way, because I enjoy it either way. Let's see. We're at about 20-something minutes, because I have editing to do, obviously. So, technically, I don't know why I normally take off on the time. It depends on how long it takes for me to actually get my intro right. But I guess I can just go over here and grab this. And now we have the Rouge Pokemon Center unlocked. So at least we did that. And there's a couple missions over here, which are the ones that we have to do. But let's see what this guy has to say first. You should keep your eyes peeled for sparkling things on the ground around Lumiose City. If you pick them up and sell them, you can become rich in no time at all. Here, I'll even gift you some tiny mushrooms I found on the ground so you can see for yourself. Just sell them at the Pokemon Center. And people just give you a bunch of free stuff so you can just sell them and, yeah, make money. And the best part is that sparkles just keep on coming back. It's endless money. Okay, so they do respawn. So we can literally just run around town every single day and just make as much money as we want. Although I think there's better ways to make money, obviously. But when we're heading here, that'll be our next mission, and we're going to do that next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. And as always, feel free to answer the question of the day, which today's was, what is your favorite Pokemon? And as always, it's been Pendragon, and I'll see you guys next time.